I went through this. The reason why I'm trending with even more fucking tweets than Jank, even though it's like Jank and Anna that are in the crosshairs right now, is because I go through this on a daily basis. No, not a debate. No, a private conversation that people should be having, and then a public one that follows suit, okay, that follows immediately after. Because you want to know why? Because I went through this already. I went through this with Jax, okay, who is a prolific troll, but also, as far as I understand, a massive TikTok content creator who I basically agree on like 99.9% of issues on, okay? She pulled an old-ass tweet where I compared, you guys know, she pulled an old-ass tweet where I compared Amber Heard's outfit to Mal, very light in the grand sea of hatred that was flowing in either direction at the time. And that was from like a year and a half ago. She brought it up, and she was trolling, okay? And then I came after her. Or rather, I just said Lamau. She responded aggressively over and over again, saying like, I'm going to find you, whatever. She was still trolling. It's just how people speak on Twitter. Remember, this is someone who I agree with, okay? That's someone who I agree with. That's someone who I fucking agree with. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because that discourse basically turned into something that was super fucking overblown. It was super fucking overblown because I have haters from all different walks of life, from all different parts of the internet that latched onto it and immediately just fucking jumped on the opportunity. Okay? The issue isn't those people, though. The issue is there were plenty of people who were agreeing with her that were not trolling. That's the issue. She might have been trolling. Okay? But there were plenty of people who were not. Now, that's basically what happens all the time on the internet. Okay? That's just how the internet works. Okay? That's literally just how it works. That's how it pops off. That's how it works. She even basically fucking turned around and admitted like that I gagged her, I guess, with the hairline joke later. Like in the midst of that, and even her community after we patched things up, were, you know, joking about it. Gag, like as in, this is such a weird fucking conversation to have with like my audience, because they don't just like really understand. You can't even have your friends poke fun at you in jest without your haters taking it as a serious opportunity to attack you. It's nuts. Exactly. Anyway, how is this one of the gayest communities online, and yet you motherfuckers don't know what gag means? Why am I bringing this fucking thing back up? The reason why I'm bringing it up is because guess what? While a lot of the fucking haters jumped on board as an opportunity to make this a much larger issue than it was, because we had mutual friends who we both respect, people like Sean, for example, Sean the Black in this community, and others. And because I saw, and here I'll give them props too. 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. The first moment for me to like pause and take a deep breath and recognize that like this was going to get out of hand when I made a hairline joke, thinking that it was just going to be received by the individual when I was being petty, understandably. Okay? Wasn't Sean. Hold on. Let me see if I can fucking find it. God damn it. Not again, law. Guys, shut the fuck up. You act like you also have PTSD from this when I'm the one who fucking receives all the hate. Okay? Calm down. Like, I don't get why you're behaving like you're the one who's like under attack when is me that's under attack in this circumstance. And it's already solved. It's like beef that we solved already. Okay. The point is, there's a spoiler alert. There is a positive end to this. That's the reason why I'm explaining it. Okay. Two things happen. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? God damn it. Hold on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you right now. Honestly, it's pretty traumatic being a loyal chatter. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I have to deal with it every fucking day. I mean, look, it's just like, it's shit like this, okay? It's like, it's never just like normal reactions. It's like random anonymous people being like, let's kill him. Like, it doesn't feel good, but it doesn't matter. So in that situation, I'm like, this is funny. Girls, let's beat him with a pipe. In that situation, I'm seeing that the sea of fucking hatred that's coming my way. I'm not responding in a way that's like, you know, like an adult. I thought that I could bring that energy back. I thought that I could give her the same energy, not realizing that there was going to be, secondary backlash because people were going to take it to an entirely different level that I did not want it to go to, like the racial component of black women's hairlines. Now, didn't she personally tell you to load to your God yourself? Yeah, she told me to kill myself. Oh, thank you for finding the fucking tweet. Jesus Christ. I was just like looking for this. Where is it? Okay, here. So, it was, I don't know how to say his name on Twitter, but it was this tweet that made me realize. It came shortly after, okay, when I said, lol, of course not. Also, I recommend minoxidil and finasteride for your hairline. I use them every day when it's done wonders for me, okay? But it was this quote tweet where I was like, oh, fuck. Like, this is right. I like, this is going to be overblown, and it's going to go to a place that I did not intend it to go to, okay? Now, why? Why did I feel that way? Okay? I knew that, like, I could have just, like, kept doubling down. I could have kept knowing full well that the forces of white supremacy are very powerful. No matter how much Black Twitter has movement and momentum, America is a white supremacist nation. The entirety of the Western world is built on these foundational principles. I could have just leaned into it. You know what I mean? I could have leaned into it and dramatically changed my commentary and would have been like, yeah, whatever, you're fucking being hysterical. Right? But I didn't do that because I know this person is not like someone who's a hate farmer. I know this person is just like being honest in their criticism in this circumstance. We got to not do this, man. We've already had this conversation a million times. Exactly. Okay? So that was my first inclination that like basically took me out of the haze state that I was in. You know what I mean? Because in that moment, I was thinking like, this is a hater. I'm hating back. Okay? This is a hater. I'm hating back. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, I recognize that people are taking this differently. I think it's fair. I think it's a constructive take. I think it's a constructive sentiment. I shouldn't double down. So I stopped. She didn't. But it doesn't matter because ultimately she also recognized that this was like getting overblown, getting out of hand. She was trolling. And because we have mutuals, we patched it up in the DMs. It doesn't matter if she started it, okay? And it doesn't matter if you think that it was the most inexcusable racist take of all time. You can have that perspective. You don't have to watch me anymore. If you think that like my past fucking 10 years of advocacy for issues as a white dude is not enough for you to comprehend that like I'm not a racist person. As a matter of fact, I try to teach other white people anti-racism quite regularly. If you think that this is the moment where you're like, well, he's definitely a white supremacist person because he responded this way to a lady on the internet who like started a beef out of nowhere and said that I should kill myself, then yeah, okay, that's fine. So I didn't double down. That's my point though. I did not double down. I recognize that it wasn't, it was unintentionally moving to a place that it shouldn't go to. And I had this conversation. I love your white ass, Hasan. This would never be enough to make me stop watching. No, there's plenty of people who never even watch, though, to begin with, that will never watch because they now have this developed opinion of me. Okay? So that's what you're supposed to do. When you see someone like Emma, when you see someone who is aligned with you, when you see someone who is on your side, usually, okay, you're not supposed to fucking double down. You're supposed to recognize that they're coming at it from a place of genuine, constructive, and helpful criticism. Okay? But does that mean that for TYT, they basically did the opposite of what you did? Exactly. That is the reason. That is the reason why I'm using this as an example. Because this is what brought me out of my haze. This paired up with the fact that I had mutuals who I respect and appreciate that were saying that she was a good person otherwise. Like she was trolling, but she's a good person otherwise. With some disagreements, because I think disagreements that come from like, I think mostly a misconstrued perspective of what I am and what I represent. The conversation basically went, the conversation in private basically was handled. Okay. Now, is this still going to be brought up every single time I have an issue that Twitter has a problem with? Of course. But, it is what it is. I don't give a shit. Okay. That's the reality. My point is this. This is very materialistic and shallow to get offended over. No, stop. Stop. My point is, there's a better way to solve these conversations, especially if you want to do any kind of movement building. Okay? There's a better way to have these conversations. And the conversations are supposed to revolve in, the conversations are supposed to be genuine. They're supposed to be charitable for both sides. And that's only going to happen in private. Let's be real. And I think that would have solved 98% of this drama. Okay? This is going to be the Catboy Collector drama POC version. Yes, this is going to be yes, exactly. People still bring that shit up. Those very same gray name shitters, you understood the impact might have outweighed your intent. Anna never had that moment, unfortunately. Exactly. That's it. That's it. People are just seeing exactly what they're seeing on screen and not recognizing what I'm trying to use as an example here. Okay? He's a good person. He's a genuine person. This is a great content creator. I'm not like when it's the type of shit. This is the type of commentary and critique, albeit light, that should take you out of that situation and make you recognize like, oh, even if the intention was, not supposed to be like fucking racist or anything like that, it's being received that way. And now it's going to get overblown. And now it's going to turn into something that I don't want. Because I don't want my followers ultimately to go around and fucking make fun of black women's hairlines. You know what I mean? That is not what I want. I don't want you to think that that is acceptable behavior, which is precisely the reason why, instead of fucking doubling, tripling, quadrupling down, I said, here are the real reasons as to why this was actually received differently by Twitter, regardless of my intention. Okay? That's it. You said how people work on the internet and you get so mad. They're all trolls and debate lords and you can't change them. That's not true. If I had this attitude, I wouldn't do what I'm doing right now. If I truly was just like, there's no reason, there's nothing I can do, no one's mind can ever be changed on the internet, everyone's a troll and a debate lord, then the internet is an overwhelmingly hostile space, and there's no reason for me to try and change people's minds. And this community is a massive one, full of people whose minds have been changed from very different backgrounds, from very different political ideologies, from very different countries even. So, of course, I believe that. That is like one of the foundational principles that keeps me going, which is precisely why every now and then we got to talk about like leftist fighting, leftist infighting, progressive infighting, whatever. Okay? That's it. I'm going to push back on what you said a few minutes ago. Brother, it's incredibly fucking traumatic being your fan. You don't understand. I give you $5 every month. And in response, you call me fucking stupid and have copious amounts of sex with my mother. You don't know me. You don't know my story. I don't know you, but I know your mom. So yeah, I hope I did a decent job of explaining what is going on and how it got, how it blew the fuck up. I am willing and able to. I have not talked to Anna. I have not talked to Jank at all. I am willing and able to try to mend that bridge. They will probably still have takes that I don't agree with. They will always have takes that I don't agree with. There are plenty of people who say shit that I don't fucking agree with. My opinion is, unfortunately, all too radical for America, even though in many respects it's not all that radical. What's radical is the association with the socialism word for the most part, right? Always go back to that same fucking attitude where like XQC literally was like, my right-wing perspectives, okay, I'll give you some right-wing politics, and it was just like literally gun control, which is not right-wing at all. People have an issue with the word socialism. People don't have an issue with what socialism represents. Most people, I mean. Anyway. So, yeah. It's the case. You can't just grip people into understanding socialism better without actually using the words. I do that regularly, but it's hard to do that because people will immediately be like, well, you're a socialist. And I'm not going to fucking sit there and be like, I'm not.